What's up guys, L21 here, bringing you guys another Call of Duty World War II video, and today I'm going to give you guys the best class setup for the MP-40. Now the MP-40 is one of my favorite guns in this game, and with this class setup, you will not only up your KD, but drop some really good score streaks with it, especially after this latest patch, which buffed a couple things which I'll get into in a second. But if you would, please like the video down below and subscribe to follow along, that would be great, and let's get right into this. So obviously, what happened in the patch? So in this patch, we recently got a rapid fire buff, so I mean rapid fire, I mean the fire rate of this weapon is now faster, and in my opinion, that's all this gun really needed. Like it used to be that the fire rate was not that it just wasn't that good. So if you missed a shot, you couldn't recover a lot in time, which means you got basically screwed over in a lot of gunfights. But now since they patched it and they've made basically every SMG better in some way, this thing is pretty much a monster. So first things first for this gun, because I feel like it's definitely needed, and that's extended mag. You run through ammo so quick now, no matter what with the MP-40. Running extended mag and hitting all your shots, you can drop 4 people with the extended mags and compared to like 2. And it also gives you the leeway if you miss and there's 2 people right behind each other, you can spray them down. So basically, extended mag I think is really useful on this weapon because as I said, there's a lot of people that run into these maps, and these maps are so small. It's just like gunfights pop up every second. Like when you walk through a doorway, you'll get shot at. You walk through another doorway, you'll get shot at. So just having extended mag to just be able to fire and not have to worry about reloading for a little bit from time to time, I think is really useful. So that's the first attachment I would choose. Now the next attachment I would go for would be rapid fire. Now everyone's probably thinking, why add rapid fire when the fire rate was increased? Very simple. This makes this thing turn into basically a meat grinder to a buzz saw, and it's not okay. This thing is basically the MG42 on roids, but smaller. That's like a weird way to say it, but that's basically what it is. Now, this gun with rapid fire and extended mags, this thing is not okay. You will up your KD, you will drop high score streaks because nothing will compete with you. The only thing I am going to say though is that from long range still, this weapon does struggle. So what you're going to want to do is take your gunfights and put them really close quarters and try not to go crazy out far. Because what I've seen is that this weapon has a really bad drop off with damage. I feel like that's what a lot of the SMGs in this game, unless you're using like a PPSH or a grease gun or Type 100. But the MP-40 is really good, but it's really short to medium range, and even medium range is kind of pushing it with this weapon. What you're gonna want to do is play on these nice maps, like close quarters, like Point Du Hoc, Akin, and I forget the other one I was gonna say. But basically, those maps, you want to be playing in the middle part of those maps. You want to be staying in there, shooting from indoor corridors, and just having fun with that. Because as soon as you start trying to go people long range, this gun might take 5 shots to kill it. I swear to God, it feels like that. But this buff is very good for this weapon, and it turns close ranges really easy to use, and it's really easy to use in most situations but long range. So that's one thing I am going to give you guys a heads up on if you are going to use this weapon, because it is good, but long range I would still try to stay away from it, but it can be done. Now the last attachment I want to get into is quick draw. I've said this on a lot of my class setups, pretty much all my class setups, so I'm going to say it really quickly, go over it again. Basically, quick draw makes your aim down sights faster, and with the SMGs in this game, I feel like they're a little bit slower than normal. I don't know. And sometimes really fast. But if you have quick draw on this MP-40, you're going to be obliterating people. Just being able to quickly bang out of a sprint, or just in general, a guy surprising, aiming down sights with quick draw is just priceless. I think it's just a very good attachment. And I think everybody uses it in this game now. And if you're not using it, I just told you to. So that should really help you out and use that, because it'll win you more gunfights. Your KD will increase. There's really no reason to not use it. It's very good. So yeah, that's the last attachment I would say on this thing. And I'm going to give you one extra attachment if you want to use it. Now, I gave you the 3 that I use, and I'm going to give you one more if you want to. This one you can kind of do what you want with. And that is, you can get rid of the rapid fire and use a grip if you want. If you feel like the fire rate is fast enough for you, you can use a foregrip. Because this game, the foregrip is very good, and it'll help you do things from just shooting out longer ranges in general, like I said, this thing struggles with. And in general, the recoil is up and down. So if you could take the recoil and take it down a little bit with this new fire, extended mag, and a quick draw, it turns it into good. So either way, it's really good. It's just what you really want to choose on what kind of engagement you want to go for. If you're looking more long range and medium range, or you want to be able to at least try to go for those kind of kills, you're going to want to pop a foregrip on it. If you really don't care and just want to be running through people, massacring people like who knows what, I would say use rapid fire. Now moving on to the divisions, I think the best division for this gun is airborne. Now, I don't think I used airborne in this gameplay, but I did use it after, and that's because I really, with this game mode and this gameplay and everything I've done with all these class setups, I've kind of started to see two divisions come up constantly that are making everything a lot easier for me, and that is blatantly mountain and airborne. Now, mountain class I was using in this gameplay, and it's really good for this weapon because you're off the recon plane, and plus you make no sound with your footsteps. With an SMG you're trying to get close up and kill people with, it's really useful, and I think it's just a priceless, division. I think Mountain's used a lot now. I think the only thing I really get seen now it's different is airborne and infantry. I really don't see any other type of divisions. Like specialist is just borderline not used, and armor is not used. So basically, airborne and mountain are the best, and airborne especially, because when you're using the MP-40 with airborne and you pop a suppressor and you have your movement speed, you feel like you're fast as fuck, boy. Like, I swear to God, you're running around things, you're moving fast, you have great movement speed, you're just running through people, and you can strafe like crazy. You'll just obliterate people because you'll get so close before they know it. And the MP-40 with its new fire rate and this buff, you're gonna be running through everything, and it's gonna be just absolutely easy for you. So I definitely suggest using the Airborne Division and Mountain Division. They're probably the best in the game, and I've made a video on that in the past, but I absolutely love those two divisions for this gun. Either one will do you well, so I would pick one of those. Now moving on to basic training, I always use primed. Primed, if you don't know, takes flinch away as well as an extra attachment, which I think primed is very, very good unless you don't care for another attachment. But for me, with the MP-40, it needs at least three. It needs at least three attachments to make it good. So primed is definitely something you need to have. So run primed. That'll help you. That'll help you get the other attachment and make your life with flinch easier. Again, it's an SMG, and especially if you're trying to do mid-range engagements without primed, I think is really dumb not to use. Because what primed does with an SMG is allows it to engage people from mid ranges. Without it, the flinch is so bad, you'll just jump off the target. The gun will just jump up, and you'll just be screwed. There'll be no way in hell for you to get anything done. So it's very important to be running that. Now, obviously, these last parts are really simple. They're the secondaries and the grenades. The grenades, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm leaning towards it now. Use the bouncing Betty. I know it's scummy, but it works. If I swear to God, you pop down the bouncing Betty in the doorway that you're trying to camp, the thing is almost impossible to not die from. It's the best lethal in the game, and to be honest now, I'm dying where the bouncing Betties and grenades, and that's really good. I think that's better than the grenade spam though. So that's basically what we're looking at. Bouncing Betties are the best tactical, not tactical, best lethal in the game. Use it, or the S-mine, whatever you want to call it. That's the best one in the game. You use that. I know it's crazy that to be saying that, and it's kind of scummy, but that's basically the best lethal in the game right now. So if you're gonna use something that, if you just don't want to use a mine, you can use that potato masher looking grenade. I always call it the potato masher looking grenade because I forget the name of it, and you already know the one I'm talking about. So use that. In secondaries, that's really up to you. That's basically your preference, but I suggest a machine pistol. It's like a pocket SMG in your pocket. So basically, you shoot with the MP-40, you run out of ammo, quickly switch to that, boom, that's a kill. And it's so, so, so easy to use, and all you really need on that is a quick draw. If you don't want to use quick draw, then don't, but that's my suggestion. I think that's the best you can use. So yeah, I think that's the class setup. Hope you guys enjoyed and hope it helps your KD and all that. And if you did really enjoy it, don't forget to like button and subscribe for more of these future class setups. I think they're pretty good. And to be honest, I don't see many class setups like these. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.